the second tranche of announcements the details have been spelled out by the government. The focus today on street workers, on small traders, significantly on migrant workers as well. Let's listen in to a couple of key points that have been mentioned. We'll be joined by a very special guest, the West Bengal Chief Minister Amit Mitra, in just a few moments from now before we start our panel and debate. Take a look.
Free food grain supply to all migrants for the next 2 months. For those who are non-card holders, they shall be given 5 kgs per person of wheat or rice or 1 kg of chana, so that is for per family. And if the person is remaining without card, he can also get it. We think there are about 8 crore migrants for whom benefit will reach through this free food grain supply. Public distribution ration cards can be used in any ration shop in any part of the country as you move along. One nation, one ration card will be implemented, and by August 2020, which is another 3 months, within 3 months, 67 crore beneficiaries, 83% of all the PDS population that we are talking about. 83% of all the PDS population will get covered by this.
All right, a couple of key points mentioned by Nirmala Sitharaman there. We're going to get a couple of quick reactions. Joining us now, the West Bengal Finance Minister, Amit Mitra. Thank you, sir, very much for being with us. One of the main announcements today, free food for non-card holders, not just those with cards. Free food grain for 2 more months. How do you react to this particular step? We'll talk about the other ones as well.
You see, one has to first understand that West Bengal, under the Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee's leadership, is already giving 5 kgs of rice free. Let me emphasize free. And anybody who has a ration card of any sort will get it. Plus, those who have not got a ration card for some reason, sometimes there are people fall between stools, they will get a coupon. So in other words, 100% population as they desire, 5 kgs of rice already we are giving. So now I don't know what's new about the 5 kgs that the central government is saying. The states are being denied so many things. Now here we are with all the struggle of our finances. We are giving 5 kgs rice already.
But over here, sir, the point is that you don't need a card at all. You don't need a coupon, and it's for state governments, not just West Bengal, other state governments as well, to identify those who are the most vulnerable, who don't have a card, and then to give them free food. So as a move itself, isn't this something that's urgently required, say, for migrants or the poor at this stage?
I agree with you, but on migrants, let me come for a second. First of all, as I indicated, we already have this process for everybody. We are talking about the entire population covered. Whoever doesn't want to take it, it's their choice.
Right.
So we already have 5. Now on migrants, I want to say to you, there is a very unfortunate situation where to move a migrant by train, the states have to pay 15%. Now states will have their finances are collapsing, they have to pay. Secondly, they will be housed when they come here. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, no allocations on that. Manrega they will work for, but no allocation. So this is all words. Where is the allocation for additional allocation for Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana? Where will the 15% come from when state finances are completely collapsing? We have no revenue.
Okay. So
that we can come later on. And
right.
I'll tell you where the problem lies in a very serious political, philosophic problem behind this.
You were talking about housing. One of the schemes which Nirmala Sitharaman did focus on was housing for the middle class, the lower economic group of the middle class, those earning up till I think 18 lakhs a year and less, 6 to 18 lakhs, where there would be a scheme which would benefit. It's an extension of an existing scheme. It would benefit an additional 2.5 crore people, and these people would in fact, because of the construction of new housing, help to spur some sort of demand in different sectors associated with construction. Is this not something that people need to look forward to?
You see, the problem is that these are all words. Has there been an allocation? The answer is no. We haven't heard of it. For whether it's for housing, whether it's for additional allocation of Manrega, whether it is 15% coming in for migrants where states will have to pay. When states are broke, they have no revenue, they have no borrowing capacity, to which I'll come later. But these are very nice words. We all like it. But the real problem is, where is the money? Tell us this is the extra allocation. So therefore, what we have to see is, they have not so far given us any allocation. I've checked half an hour before I spoke to you. I'm speaking to you.
So Dr. Mitra, just a point of clarification. The free food grain which is being given for an extra few months, I know that the West Bengal government by itself is doing that, but the central scheme, isn't that funded by the centre?
No, that we don't know. There is no fine print on that.
But the
We are
existing
already doing
scheme,
so for 6 months.
sir, the existing scheme is paid by the centre, and please correct me if I'm wrong. As I understand it, that's just being extended with more people, and that's being paid for by the centre. Or am I not right in interpreting that?
We have to see the fine print. We don't know who's going to pay. Now, we are already doing so. Some states may not be doing so. For them, there may be something new. For us, we are already doing so, and for 6 months, not for 2 months.
Right.
And we are paying for it. We have got the rice, we have got everything with us, we are paying for it. Now, if they are going to pay something on top of this, tell us what that allocation is, that will help us. But there is no such commitment.
All right, that
Because
information needs to be provided. I take that point. Sir, next point, one nation, one ration card. It's not a new scheme, but the issue now is one of implementation. On the face of it, if it does work out, and the finance minister says by I think March next year, 100% of India will be covered, that means that those who depend on that ration card can work in one state, come home, and they will always get the food and the supplies that they require. Doesn't this add tremendously to the convenience of people who are economically disadvantaged?
You see, this is a very good idea. It is matter of portability.
Yes.
That's what they are saying.
Yes.
Now, please remember, there was at one time, one tax, one nation. What was that called? GST.
Yes.
Now, what a mess has been made. So, as you correctly said, implementation has to be in association with states. This is a federal polity. Let it not be another GST, one tax, one nation. Now, even 2.5 years, almost 3 years later, 1st of July will be 3 years. We are still struggling. So the implementation has to be in collaboration with states. We talk of cooperative federalism, doesn't exist. Have they consulted us on this? What will be the mechanism? We have digital ration cards in West Bengal. So we know how digitization happens. Shouldn't have been there a conversation as to how we go about it? So we're wondering what is going to be.
Okay, so final point as far as today is concerned, 30,000 crores in an emergency fund and relief, which would bring relief for 3 crore farmers, and 2 lakh crores in concessional credit. As I understand it, these funds, the emergency funds, would be dispensed through cooperative banks. Is this not something which would help the farming sector?
Now, you see, this is again another case of disconnect at the federal polity. Cooperative banks belong to the work under the Department of Cooperation of States. Now, we have a huge number of cooperative banks. We are doing very well in the cooperative bank sector, but no conversation with us. My problem is that you are going to do this, discuss with us, find out where the process will be, what will be the disbursement mechanism, what funds, how your funds will be transferred for the states. And we gear up the cooperative banks. We are digitizing cooperative banks. We help in doing that. No conversation. Is this one country with many states who are the federal entities of this country? Or is it just one central entity who's running the country from the center? Please make up your mind. Don't have video conferences with chief ministers. if you're not going to bring the states into your pool of what you already have, cooperative banks, which is what you're talking about.
All right. Well, Dr. Mitra, the lack of communication is what you're pointing out. The advice of state governments needs to be looked at much more than just video conferences.
Lack of communication.
And a lack of
Vishnu,
communication.
I'm talking about strategic undermining of federalism. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I can give you some examples if you allow me.
Very briefly, sir, I need to just move on.
Yes,
to
very briefly. First of all, they have not paid us the dues. Can you imagine? We are going through COVID with 52,000 crores of dues to West Bengal. Pay that first. Then you talk about federalism. They have not given us any grant for COVID health activity. Can you imagine? Then there's no GST compensation. There is no deficit financing grant upfront, which I wrote to Honorable Union Finance Minister, hasn't done it. Sensex has fallen by 800 points after the announcements.
On MSMEs.
Because
yes.
the MSME process also is wrong. I mean, they have to be, one has to understand what they are. Do you know that we have in West Bengal 1 crore MSME as per the central government survey?
Yes.
And the number I hear Honorable Union Finance Minister saying is 45 lakhs. Hello, there are 6.3 crores MSMEs in India. Why are you speaking of 45 lakhs? There's complete confusion. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is there's an absolute disconnect between the states, and it's very philosophically dangerous, where you rule India from Delhi, never mention the states, don't say I'm going to give you the allocation, don't give the money quantity, don't allow us to borrow. Vishnu, we are not allowed more than 3% of GDP to borrow. Chief Minister of West Bengal asked for 5% to the Prime Minister. To this state, they have not done. So you can't borrow on one side. You will give no grants. We will have to spend. State finances are gone. February, month of February, West Bengal.
Dr. Mitra,
made
one
only
final point. I must
30%
ask
of the
you just one
revenue.
point. Dr. Mitra, we are running completely over, but this is important. In the context of the centre and the West Bengal government, what about the entire issue of trains? What about the issue of an NOC not being given by the West Bengal government to bring back migrants from Mumbai, Maharashtra to West Bengal?
Not true at all. Trains are coming. They've already been organized. First set of trains have come. The second set of trains are coming. This is disinformation. This is what, this is what social media, organized lakhs of social media people of a certain particular party does. Already trains are arriving in Purulia, not just Kolkata, in Bankura, in Bardhaman. This is complete disinformation being spread.
All right, Dr. Mitra, we'll leave it over there. I hope to interview you in the next couple of days. We are actually told that the big bang part of all of these announcements is yet to come. One way or the other, let's hope that millions in our country can gain.
Please remember, Vishnu, the point I'm making, federalism is
Dr. Mitra, let's also hope that things do work out in the days ahead. I'm sure you would welcome something that actually works out, not just for Bengal, but for all of us across the country.